Hello, everyone. Good day from wherever you're watching. You're all welcome to the Renewed Parenting, and my name is Chioma Odikolo. I refer to myself as a renewed parent, a masterpiece, and a work in progress. So, today we'll be discussing about 10 ways we can help our children during this holiday period. So, what are the ways we can be of help to our children during this period? What are the things we need to do that will help our children generally during this holiday period? So we're going to run through 10 different things we can start to do as parents. Number one, as parents, we need to set clear goals for this holiday. What is your goal for your child or your children during this holiday? What do you want your child or your children to achieve? And when we are setting these goals, we need to get our children involved in setting these goals as well. They need to be involved. They need to be aware of these goals. They need to be aware of these plans we are setting for them. So, what is the goal of your child? How do you even set a goal for your child? You have to come from the place of weakness. You have to check, what is that thing that my child is struggling with? If you got the report of your child last year or a feedback of your child's academic performance last term, you can check, what are the things the teacher of my child highlighted that my child is struggling with. You can start from there. What are the things as a parent you've observed that you need to work on your child? You can start from there. When you know the things your child is struggling with or what you need to work on, you can now set your goal for this holiday, that these are the things I need to work on. For instance, if your child is struggling with emotional regulation, you've seen it as a parent that you really need to work on the emotions of your child. You write it as a goal for this term, for this holiday. You put it as a goal, you put up strategies on how to achieve this goal, and you begin to walk your journey. If your child is struggling with mathematics, you write it as a goal. This holiday, we intend to work on our math skills, and you begin to work and you begin to follow through. You set structures in place, you set systems in place, you get to work and see how you can help your child improve. If your child is struggling with reading, if your child is struggling with their phonics or with their sounds or with their blending of their sounds, the words, you write it as a goal that this holiday, this is what we are working on. This holiday, this is how I intend to help my child, to be able to improve in this area of weakness, in this area I can see my child struggling in. So go and check, just have a reflection. Check, what is that thing my child is struggling with? What are the areas I need to work on? What are the things I've not been able to do that this I can start to implement during this holiday that my children are at home? You write it as a goal and you begin to work from there. You start your journey from there. Now, the second thing we need to do as parents is to incorporate this goal into the daily routine of our children and into the daily activities of our children. We should make it fun as parents. Don't make it look so hectic. Don't make it look like, oh, it's something big. We should make it look fun. For example, if your child is struggling in mathematics, you can make mathematics come to life. I've heard a lot of people ask people say, you see some of these comments on social media, people tell, what's the meaning of X, what's the meaning of Y? But the thing is that mathematics is about problem solving, which most of us did not even know. We didn't even know that mathematics is about problem solving. So if your child is struggling in mathematics, for example, make mathematics come to life. Make math skill come to life. Put it into your daily routine. Don't make it look so hectic. Don't make it look like, oh, you need to be seated. It has to be a 1 hour lecture, a 1 hour class to teach you about mathematics. No, make it come to life. How can you make it come to life? You do it in your everyday activity. You can teach your child mathematics. If you're in the kitchen, you can teach your child addition. When you're cooking, you can teach your child addition. When you're bringing out your baking the things you use for baking, you can teach your child addition. We can teach our children these skills in different areas. You can teach your child colors. There are colors around you in your house. You can teach your child colors. You can teach your child even addition on the road. You're walking on the road and you're seeing different cars, and you can tell the child this car plus this car, it's addition, it's mathematics. You're making it come to life. Just look for every opportunity to make math skills come to life. If that is the area you need to work on as a parent, you're in the sitting room, you can tell your child, look around you. What are the shapes you can see here? You're outside. Look around you. Can you tell me the shapes you can see? Can you tell me the colors you can see? Can you tell me the patterns you can see? Can you tell me the things you can see? Let's just make maths come alive. And when we do that, you see that our children will be happy. It will make learning so fun for them, and they won't find it like it's very stressful. So as a parent, if you know your child is struggling with mathematics, or you want to improve your child's math skills, make it come to life. Make it so simple. When you're frying in the kitchen and you're doing, just make it come to life. Your child can learn shapes in the kitchen. Your child can learn addition, division. Your child can learn subtraction in the kitchen and in the home. Just look around you. What can you use to help improve the math skills of your child? Then also, for example, if your child is struggling with reading, how can I improve my child's reading? You need to go back and check, okay, is my child struggling with their sounds? Is my child struggling with blending? What exactly is my child struggling with? And you go back to the drawing board and make it come to life. If your child is struggling with reading, you can make it a point of duty that any word you see, your child pronounces the word. Or anything you're doing in the kitchen, for example, maybe you're cooking, you're giving your child a plate of food, and you ask your child, can you pronounce this word? Can you tell me the sounds you can hear in this word? You're giving the child a bath. You're telling the child, can you pronounce this word? Can you tell me the sounds you can hear in this word? Just make English or reading come to life. By doing that, our children will be having fun and they won't even know they are learning. So if you're in your house, anything, you're having a conversation with your child, just ask your child, pronounce these words. What are the sounds you can hear? Can you try? You're giving your child, if you're giving your child food, or you're giving a child a fruit, probably you're giving your child an apple, you can tell the child, what are the words, what are the sounds you can hear? Can you pronounce it? What does it start with? It just makes it come alive, and you're doing it on a daily basis, so your child will get to even remember it. So the third thing we can do as parents is to encourage a growth mindset. We should encourage our children to have a growth mindset, and we also have to model a growth mindset. We should not model a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset is a mindset that just feels, okay, I'm fixed here, I can't learn, I cannot improve, I cannot do better. We should encourage our children and tell them they can do better. You're struggling in this area, but you can learn and improve from this area you're struggling and get to the next point. We should encourage our children to have a fixed mind, a growth mindset, and not a fixed mindset. Sometimes as a parent, you hear your children make some kind of comment, your child will tell, oh no, I can't do this. No, as a parent, when you hear your child say, oh no, I can't do this, for example, you ask your child, can you put out your clothes, or can you put the clothes in the laundry? And your child tell you, no, I can't do it. No, as a parent, you don't keep quiet. You tell your child, no, you can do it. You need to have a growth mindset. You can tell your child you can do anything you put your mind to. So this holiday period, we should encourage our children to have a growth mindset. Anything you see your child struggling with, just tell your child you can do it. It's all about putting the effort, learning the skills, practice, and just tell your child, so many people that can do it out there, because they have done the work, they put in the work, they've put in the skills, the practice, and you can do it as well. So at every point in time, not just even during the holiday period, we should encourage our children and ourselves as well to have a growth mindset. We should see the positive in everything and not just having a fixed mindset and not trying. And the fourth way we can help our children during this holiday is to maintain a routine. Yes, children thrive very well on routines, consistent routines and structures. The thing is that most of us as parents, we need to work on our routines as well. First of all, before we can even start to teach our children about maintaining a routine. So if you want to be of benefit to your child during this holiday, if you want to help your child during this holiday, help your child set consistent routine. Let the child be able to know, okay, this is the time to wake up, this is the time to sleep, this is the time to take a bath. The child should be able to know. It will help the child, it will help the child to be stable and not to be stressed. The child knows that, okay, at this point in time, this is what is expected of me. At this point in time, this is what is not expected. Your child is more stable, more balanced to even learn what you teach your child on a daily basis. Then, the fifth thing we can do as parents to help our children is to engage them in activities and programs during this holiday. You find out that most parents will say, oh, I don't know what to do with my child. Oh, most of us just ship our children. Probably you're looking for somewhere to dump your child. You're looking for, oh, who is that family? Who is that friend I can just send my child to? The truth is that this holiday period gives us as parents opportunity to teach skills in our children, to teach those things you've been observing your child has not been doing very well. Those things you really want to impact in your child. This holiday period provides us the opportunity. So one of the ways we can do it is to encourage our children to get involved in holiday programs and workshops. What are the programs around you, within your environment, within your space? What are the things you can see around you? What are the programs available? Have you found out? Have you gone out to ask or to make inquiry? What are the programs available for toddlers? What are the programs available for teenagers? What are the things I can find within me? There are so many programs. When we check, you can see one or two that will be of benefit to your child. Get your child involved in this holiday program. It could be outdoor activities. It could be program organized in your library, in your community library. It could be just programs organized within your local area. It could be sightseeing. It could be swimming. It could just be anything, provided it's of benefit to your child and aligns with your family value. Get your child involved in these programs and in this activity. Then the sixth thing we can do to help our children during this holiday is to promote physical activity. Yes, we should promote physical activity in our children. Our children should go all out and carry out physical activity. Don't keep your children in your house. Don't keep them stuck in your house. Don't tell them, oh yeah, go upstairs and read your book. Read your book from morning till night. No. When you do that to a child, you're actually not doing good to a child, because even we as parents and as adults, sometimes you even need that physical activity. You just need to stretch your body, you just need to move your body, you just need that activity to even help you to feel so stable. So as a parent, we can help our children this holiday by encouraging them, and helping them to get involved in physical activity. What are the physical activities your child can start to do? What are the things around you can start to do? You don't even need to think so much. Your child can start to play. Take your child outside to play. If you're not comfortable with your child going outside, your child can play within the space you have in your house. Get your child involved in activities, in sports. Get your child involved in sports of interest to your child. Get your child involved in so many things. You can get your child involved in swimming. You can get your child involved in playing football. You can get your child involved in playing lawn tennis. You can get your child involved in playing basketball. You can get your child involved in playing with other children within their area. You can get your child involved in any form of play, provided it's safe for the child. But the most important thing is to get your child moving. Get your child to be involved in physical activity, because it even helps in the stability of that child. It even helps the child to even learn more. So as parents, we should help our child to go all out and be involved in physical activity. It will help them a whole lot. It's not all about reading from morning till night. Even when they read, they need to take breaks. Even when they just need to take breaks. They just need to move their body, which is of great help to them. So allow your children to be involved in physical activity. It will do them a whole lot of good. Then the seventh way we can help our children during this holiday is to encourage social interaction. It's our duty as parents to encourage social interaction, but we need to model social interaction first for our children. How is our level of social interaction? How do we even interact? Most of us as parents are even struggling with social interaction. You're in a gathering as a parent, you've gone for a friend's birthday, and you can just turn around and see almost every adult there is on their phone. So how can we even model social interaction if we as parents are also struggling with social interaction? You've gone to visit a friend and the next thing you're on your phone. People hardly have conversations. People hardly sit down to talk, to have conversations. As a parent, what are you modeling? Are you modeling good social interaction? You're eating on the table and you're pressing your phone. You're not discussing with your children who are just beside you. You're with your children, you're with your spouse, you're with friends and family on the table eating, and you're pressing your phone. You're not having conversation, no social connection, no social interaction. So how do we want to now teach social interaction to our children? So you see, it just falls back on us. Parenting and everything we do falls back on us. That is why we need to work on ourselves first. That is why we need to be renewed as parents first. So we need to teach our children social interaction. But the best way to teach them is to model it. So model good social interaction to your children. When you go all out, have conversations with people, speak with people. We should not always be on our phones. The phone is good, it has a lot of advantages, but there should be time for everything. So we as parents should model good social interaction for our children to see and emulate. And the eighth way we can help our children during this holiday is to foster independence and responsibility. Yes, it's our duty as parents to foster independence and responsibility in our children. Responsibility is very important for anybody, for an adult, for a child, for a toddler. There's something responsibility does for a child. It even helps the child academically. It helps the child all round. You can just see it impacts other areas and other aspects of a child's life. So we should encourage our children to be responsible and to be independent. Your child wants to do something, allow your child to try. When they make mistake, you can now come back to the drawing board and say, okay, what are the things we need to work on? How do we need to improve? What are the areas you made mistake? How can we help you improve? And not just shutting the child, and not allowing the child to try. We should allow our children to try, and we should allow our children to take responsibilities. Allow your child to do chores. Age appropriate chores. Some parents will tell you, oh, the child will not wash the plates very well. Your child wants to help you in the kitchen to wash the plates, and you say, hey, my child will not wash the plates very well. No, allow the child to try. How will the child learn if the child doesn't try? Practice with practice, perfection comes. A child can never attain perfection except with practice. If we need to improve on any skill, it has to be done consistently. It has to be done with practice. So allow your child to take responsibility. Allow your child to sweep the floor. Allow your child to mop the floor. Your child has spilled water. Instead of shouting or yelling, allow the child to go and get mop and mop it. Allow your child to dress their room, to dress their bed, to arrange their room, to sweep their room, to arrange their clothes. Allow them to take responsibility. The truth is that these skills that our children build helps them in the long run in their academic. We might think, okay, it's not so important, it's not necessary, it's not academically driven, but it's not true, because these skills, it trickles down to the other areas of their life, including their academics. So allow your child to take responsibility in the house. Allow your child to do chores. Allow your child to be independent. Then when the child makes a mistake, you can come in, teach and help the child. Then the other way we can help our children is to incorporate learning into travel. One of the best ways we can help our children during this holiday is by traveling. You don't need to travel to a far distance before it is traveling. You can travel. What is traveling? Moving from a point from point A to point B. So you can actually travel from your house to someone else's house. You can travel from your city to another, to the next city. You can travel from your house to the town. You can travel from your house to the market. It's all about the way you see it. So encourage your child to travel. Don't keep your child in the house. And when you're traveling with your child, teach your child life skills. There are so many skills we can learn by just traveling. When you're seated and stuck in a particular place, you don't even know what is obtainable in other areas, in other cities. You don't know the food that is there. You don't know so much about other areas and other cities. But traveling helps us to be more aware of what is obtainable within us or around us or even far away from us. It depends on where you're traveling to. So encourage your child to travel. Put traveling into your holiday plan. When you are making your goals and your plans for this holiday, put traveling into your holiday. Move from point A to point B, and your travel should not just be a travel that you go and keep your children somewhere. No, it should be a travel that your children will learn, they will understand. From the point of leaving your house to the point of going to where you're going for your journey, it should be something that your children should learn from. What can they learn from travel? They can learn security. You can teach your children security while traveling, how to be security conscious. You can teach your children so many things. You can teach your children about the culture of other people. You can teach your children about the world around them. You can teach your children about the food of other people. You can teach your children about how God has made us all. Everybody's, God has made us all different. You have different ethnic group. We have different religion. People from all parts of the world. We all learn that by traveling. But when you're seated in one place, the world is so big. So there are a lot of things we can learn by traveling. So as a parent, incorporate traveling into your plan. Move from point A to point B. Take your child out. If you need to take your child to the market, it is fine, but make it educative. If you need to take your child to a friend's place, but make it educative. If you need to take your child to another part of your city, make it educative. Don't make it like, okay, you're traveling, but your child is not learning anything. It should be educative such that your child should be able to learn from traveling. And when you're traveling, incorporate learning into your traveling. Do you know that traveling, you can teach a lot of things while traveling? For example, if you need to work on the emotional stability of your child, probably your child throws a lot of tantrum, and you just say that, okay, I really need to work on the emotions of my child. Do you know by traveling, you can teach your child that? How can you do that? Probably you're on the way and you can see someone yelling, someone shouting and not managing their emotions very well. That is a teachable opportunity or a teachable moment for you to teach your child about yelling, about controlling their emotions. Probably there are some bad vices you're trying to teach your child. Okay, these are the things you need to avoid. These are the things our family values don't align with. You're going out and you're seeing some people involved or engaged in those vices. It can be a teachable moment. There are so many things we can teach our children while traveling. You can even learn as a parent about security. You can teach your children how to move from point A to point B. You can teach your children how to look after themselves. You can even teach your children packing skills. You tell your child, we're traveling from this city to the next city. We're going to visit your grandparents. You need to pack your bags. You can teach your child packing skills and see how far your child can go with that. And when your child has not really done well, you can now come in and teach. Do you know that traveling also teaches time management? Yes, because when you're traveling, you need to wake up early to move to the next city. Probably you're taking a bus, you're going by your personal car, you're taking a train, you're taking a flight. You need to be time conscious, because if you're not time conscious, definitely you're going to miss your train, your flight, or whatever means you're going by. So there are a lot of things you can learn by traveling. So incorporate learning into your traveling. While traveling, you can teach your children mathematics. While traveling, you can teach your children colors. While traveling, you can teach your children shapes. It depends on what you see traveling as. There's so much we can teach our children just by traveling. So incorporate learning into your traveling. Why traveling? Don't be so serious. Everybody's not don't be so serious and nobody's talking to you. No, have conversations about people you're seeing on the road. Have conversations about areas your child can navigate. Have conversations about areas your child cannot navigate. Have conversations about people your child can go to for help when they need help. There's so much we can learn by traveling, but the most important thing is that we should be intentional with our traveling and make it an opportunity to teach your child and make it fun. Don't make it so serious, but make it fun and interesting for your child. Then the other way we could help our children during this holiday is to encourage critical thinking. It's our duty as parents to help our children to build their critical skills. And how can we help them do that? You can get board games during this holiday. You can get puzzles. There are so many materials you can get all out there. The thing is just asking the right question, just being aware of what you need to do and going out there to get the right resources. All these things help our children all round, building their critical skills, help them even in their academics, in their normal life. It just helps them. It helps them with so much. It helps them with focus. It helps them with planning. It helps them with organization. There's so much we can learn when we build the critical thinking of our children, and we can do that by things around us. You can get puzzles. You can do board games, Legos. There are so many games in our homes. What are you doing with those games in your house? Or have you just kept them there and no one is playing with them? Bring them out during this holiday and start to teach your child the skills. Start to play it with your child. In the long run, you help your child build critical skills. And finally, remember to have a plan for this holiday. Remember to have a focus. Remember to have a direction. What do you want to achieve? Where are you going to? Just be focused on your journey. Don't look at the next parent. It's possible the next parent is dealing with another issue. Don't do what the other parent is doing because Mr. A is doing this. I want to do this. Because Mr. A is enrolling his or her child on this program, I also want to do this. We should be focused on our journey. Have a plan, and the plan should be centered on your child. The plan should be centered on the needs of your child. The plan should be centered on what you want to improve on your child. I'm sure by doing one or two of all this we've listed today, you help. It will go a long way to make the holiday season educative, fun, interactive, and beneficial to your child. So what would you be doing differently as a parent today? What are you going to do? What are you going to pick up to do during this holiday? Don't allow the holiday just go away. Don't allow time to pass without doing anything. Make good use of this holiday because every second counts, every minute counts, every hour counts. The time is ticking. Our children are growing. They are growing because change is noiseless. You can't even see that your child is growing, but your child is growing. Let's do what we need to do as parents. Don't wake up one day. We shouldn't wake up one day because I'm also learning. We shouldn't wake up one day and see that your toddler is now a teenager, and that your teenager is about to leave the house to the university. And then don't be the parent that will be running all over the place. Oh, I've not taught this skill. I've not taught these skills. Or don't wake up one morning and just realize that, oh, my child is going to school and my child is going to a boarding school. And what have you done? What are the skills you've built in your child? What have you done from the point of birth to the point of where your child is leaving your house? So we should make good use of this holiday, and not just this holiday. Make good use of every opportunity you have with your child. Let every time count. Let every time you spend with your child count. Let every time count because the time is ticking. Time is not on our side. We need to do what we have to do. So I believe you've got value from this class today. Thank you so much for listening to me. Please like this video. Please share this video. Share with so many parents you know. Let us make our world a better place. Let us learn to do things better. Let us help our children. This is our own way of contributing to the society. This is our own way of helping our children improve, even helping ourselves because we're learning, helping ourselves to be better. So thank you very much for listening to me today. Please like our video, watch the video, implement, like the video, share the video, and please do subscribe to our channel called The Renewed Parenting. I really, really do appreciate you for your time, and I do not take your time for granted. Remember to be renewed in your minds, and remember to implement what we've discussed today. Do have a great day, and see you later. Bye.